I found a statement that Ellen White was supposed to have made in Testimonies of the Church, Volume 1, pages 131 through 132. The statement was of interest to me, so I went to Volume 1 of Testimonies of the Church and looked on page 131 through 132, but the statement is not there. Part of it is, I don't know if it has been changed by the Ellen White estate or deleted, but part of the statement was there, but the part I was looking for was not there. Well, I didn't want to attribute a statement to Ellen White that she did not make. I didn't want to be like Bible Traditions, who just pulls things out of the air without telling anyone where he gets things from. He just expects people to believe something. He's kind of like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. He just throws dates out but never gives any references to where he gets those dates. Nor did I want to be like other Seventh-day Adventists who make statements concerning others, but yet they, when asked to verify that statement, they say, do your own research. They want you to verify everything you say, with every jot and tittle, so to speak, but yet they seem to think that they can make statements, and when you call them on those statements saying they're not true, where did you get it? They simply say, do your own research. I think that comes from Rush Da 2. He made that statement on a Catholic video, and when a Catholic called him on a statement that he had made, he just simply told the Catholic to do his own research. But yet they always call for other people to make, show proof. That's their favorite saying, show me proof. Well, I finally found proof that she had made this statement, and I found it at Ellen White Estate, where this statement is actually in her writings. And they, Ellen White, the people who are in charge of her books and so forth, attribute this statement to Ellen White as well. So this statement I'm about to give you comes from an official estate of Ellen White at ellenwhite.com. Now this is the statement that I had found that I wanted to verify, and finally I found verification of it. Here's the statement made by Ellen White in May of 1856 at a meeting in Battle Creek, Michigan. To those people there, she said this, and I quote, she declared that some of those who were at the meeting would die and become food for worms, and that some of them would live on and become the subject of the 7 last plagues, while others would remain upon the earth to be translated at the coming of Jesus. End quote. Testimonies of the Church, Volume 1, page 131 through 132. Here is Ellen White, as late as May of 1856, still predicting the second coming of Christ. Now this statement was made over 135 years ago, and no one at that conference is alive today. But yet she said that there would be those at that conference who would be on earth and be translated at the coming of Christ. By her own words, by her own admission here, she has just uttered prophecy that did not come true, which in her own words now, she has proven herself to be a false prophetess. Now then, here's in that statement that she made. Apparently other people had caught on to this as well. So the Seventh-day Adventist organization, and here at this ellenwhite.com, tried to answer why Ellen White made that statement. Again, they did not deny that she made that statement. But here's how they tried to answer that. They tried to say that it was conditional prophecy. Much like Jonah when he went to Nineveh and said 40 days and Nineveh will perish. Like he was placing a condition on that, which would mean 40 days and Nineveh will perish. That meant if they would repent and turn to God, then they wouldn't perish. So they try to use several different places in the Bible where there are conditions placed on prophecy. And they try to say, no, this was conditional. But yet when you read the statement, there are no conditions in this prophecy she made whatsoever. She did not say anything about if you do this, then God will do that. Or if you don't do this, God will do that. Again, I'll read their statement. And I quote, she declared that some of those who were at the meeting would die and become food for worms, and that some of them would live on and become the subject of the 7 last plagues, while others would remain upon the earth to be translated at the coming of Jesus. There is absolutely no conditions in that prophecy whatsoever. None. But yet that's the way they try to protect their false prophetess. It just simply explains something away as though everyone is going to be foolish enough to believe it. And they try to explain this away by saying, no, this was a conditional prophecy. But yet in the prophecy that I've just read, listened to it over and over again, there are no conditions whatsoever placed upon this. None. So in her own words, she has become a false prophet. And God says, don't even listen to false prophets. Seventh-day Adventist, you can go find this just like I can go find it. If you want to know the truth about the person you follow in Ellen White, if you want to know about the person who interprets the Bible for you, Ellen White, check out your own material. This is a statement that is attributed to Ellen White from Ellen White Estates. And they try to pass it off as, nope, this was just conditional prophecy, when there is no conditions in this prophecy whatsoever. It'd be interesting to see what kind of reply I get from Seventh-day Adventist on this, if any. Jesus says this to you, Seventh-day Adventist. Come ye out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord. Until next time, God bless.